Hello everyone and welcome once again to HOI 4, where I'm playing with the Black Ice mod installed. After playing literally for only 4 days in the previous episode. I still don't really get this though. They have 950 planes and then they claim I have air superiority. I don't see any of my planes here. That's very weird. And here they have only 150 planes. Well, oh no, it's actually 750. Yes, that's weird though. But then I need to switch some more over to the south. And I have absolutely nothing over here. Once again, the enemy is dominating the skies everywhere. But there's nothing we can do. Okay, so I'm trying to attack these guys at Lipaya to encircle the rest of these forces here while we try to move over there. At the same time, you can already no longer stop them. That means that in order to hold them there, I need to now attack with you and move with you, which is certainly not an unenviable position. Only some of those guys got through there. I need to keep close attention on where I'm attacking. Most of these attacks are failing, but that is actually fine. That is not a problem. The goal here is just to encircle those units. Not all of them here. In cases down here, I'm just trying to hold down the enemy for as long as possible. Tie them up so I can launch some encirclements. Which is going reasonably well. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm stretched extremely thin already. Well, it's a good thing I have some reinforcements. Let's actually send these two up here as well. You're also moving up there to support. You three are moving. I was trying to go for some encirclement here, but that proves difficult. No matter. Both of these are moving, which is also good. I'm getting new forces in here, and you should also speed things up, but you don't have all of your equipment. This is the Viking motorized that I just recently got, which means that they are still seriously lacking apparently a flak panzer, and that's really affecting them. Really interesting how that works. Yeah, can't do that much about these anymore. Not for long. Try to attack there again. I need to encircle these as well, so I need to take both of those hexes. Attack there. Why you are not attacking these is beyond me. Since you're moving up, I can move up with all those armored units. How the these must have been in Białystok. I can only pray I get there before them. There are a few things I can do then, because I need to get into this hex. I can try to tie these up, which is probably the best way to try and get in here. Which an attack which will surely fail. But if I can get these forces in here, which will also take some time. one might just make it. Once they are there, I want them to also strike towards Kaunas. The only thing I want to do here though is not move you there, but I want to tie up the forces at Lida to just hold them in place. Yeah, at this point I can also get you to join in on that attack. The faster I kill these, also the better, so definitely want to be vigilant there. Also want to be vigilant as to not let them escape. And so the attacks need to be constantly renewed as well. I do not quite understand how these guys can actually move at this stage, because I was attacking them, but I guess I will try to refrain from asking any too difficult questions here. This attack should be over soon, and it already is. Okay, so let's send both of these at least up into Ternopil and just see if I can get in here quickly, or fast enough, that is. That would at the very least cut all of them off at this moment, and since they're having some difficulty getting these guys out yet, or at least for now, that's pretty decent. Let's actually move one unit up, which might or might not have too many benefits. We will see. Yeah, they just simply need to reinforce it. I need you to move forward as well, actually. Since I otherwise don't actually have any units at that point, which would be bad. You're re-attacking. That holds them quite well. I now feel that attacking this is actually useless. Let's attack them with one and try to go around, because this is not working. I just need to attack with you guys though. The rest, I guess, should try to go there. Are you mobile units? Somewhat. I can't keep attacking forever either. My units are, in some areas, losing faster than we can rebuild, so that is certainly a problem. I would also quite appreciate it if okay. We could get reinforcements. I wonder how long it's going to take. actuality. Okay, they got there without too much trouble. I will tie them down this way. It's 5 freaking divisions. I don't want to say it's a bit unfair. Despite everything, or decent encirclements. Yeah, that's an... I don't want to say it's an entire new line. I just... Like, personally, I just don't get how it's possible for them to start attacking my units from this side, for example, even though I'm attacking them. Whereas I have no option to do that by any means. I find that very weird, but at least you can stop attacking now. I want to go to speed 1 because I actually want them to stop. No, they can't stop moving. Fuck. I do think they are cut off with this, in actuality as well. Are they retreating in its entirety? Really? They're all retreating? I mean, I almost want to say I don't believe it, but I guess they are. What the hell? I guess I can attack here for a little bit longer until those guys arrive. Unfortunately, I cannot do that in Białystok, but if they move here, I might be fine. I hope I'll be fine. Attack. I need to reinforce them too. They cannot keep that up forever. However, I don't mind attack from here too. Now these guys are so close to getting in here. Preferably, I'm already pressuring them enough on that. Let's attack here. Fresh units, and you there then to do that. As it is, I don't need to encircle every single unit the Soviets have, but I do need to encircle as much as possible. Now, because of this and this, I need at the very least the infantry to go around these units. And only then will I be able to continue attacking them in order to destroy them. At the moment, I kind of just rather need these to reorganize. Or regain organization for a bit. At least I don't think they're going to be able to break through there. So with that, if these two are moving in here, they will not be able to break them. I think at least not these. Though they're currently only attacking them. We'll see how that goes. Like I said, I'm tying these guys up, which is not the most amazing. They do have a lot of divisions here still. Which again is not surprising because I've had to push aside a lot of divisions to start encircling a lot of divisions too. So I do feel like that makes sense. I'm just shocked that they surrender so quickly as well. But not much I can do on that front either way. Let's try to get you there. I really also want to continue moving units around if I can, like that. There's no way I'm attacking these at this moment. And I do need infantry to go as well. It wouldn't surprise me if Lutsk itself is empty too, but getting behind these guys would be pretty difficult either way. Let's see though, I think these guys have it under wraps, so then the question is, what am I going to do with you? Moving through the swamp is not necessarily the best solution, but attacking these might take a long time. They might be pushed in there, and I haven't gotten the full encirclement yet, such as it is, really. And I'm not pushing in any other units into this hex. Well, they will retreat from Brest-Litovsk regardless. Let's just move... Yeah, crossing the river is just bad. Let's move in here to try and get more stuff from there, I guess. The chance that they'll move in here, especially since I'm moving across to Kovel, is unlikely. Okay. Let's try and get them to not move one last time there too. Once I've gotten my infantry across and over, I will then try to, after also this encirclement, try to get as many units down here as possible too. If I can, at least. Yeah, let's just keep going through it systematically. That's looking fine. I have no other units that can move up. This is 2-2. U-turn move in. All of the units here are moving around whenever they can, so that's working out. You're hopefully getting closer a bit. 2-2, U3 are moving by any means. Okay, let's move up a few hours. They are now encircled. Okay. Since my goal as well is to keep tying them down, I'm a bit afraid we're gonna get into trouble with supplies naturally, but let's have you go into Ternopil and swing around. I want you to move over there at this point, since you can. And I won't be that quick in pushing them back over the river. The interesting thing is though is that this attack is apparently already going well and they are already retreating. It suggests to me that I might not even need to use these tanks here at all, or also not even that cavalry, which makes me want to move over to this side and try to swing across the river there. Well, I try to keep attacking here constantly as well. And the more I can tie down there, the better it will be for me. So okay, so these are moving, which is good. Move. You're attacking. I will need a unit. Here, that can attack there, which is what I'm currently having. So that is okay. This is looking fine-ish. Just really pray they're going to start moving. Attack, 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 attack. And I need a new unit to attack here. Since they currently stopped, you're already too close. You're pretty close. You're almost there as well. You're not even close. So let's use you for attack. Hold them down. Our officers complain that the Soviet railway gauges differ from our own ones. This makes Soviet railway systems almost completely useless to everyone except the USSR. Soviet states have -1 infrastructure under Axis control. Yeah. That is very sucky. I'm getting at least a bit of manpower back. The fact that this doesn't actually even give me that much might make me think that I might have to go for either 80-40 bracket or going for expanded draft. I already have general mobilization. Cannot go to total mobilization since I need all the support class speech. Yeah, so in order to get more men I would need to get to expanded draft, for example. Or indeed this, but let's just see how much this will ultimately give me either way. One of the unfortunate businesses is, even if I beat these, I will need to keep tying them up somewhere there. And I'm not necessarily winning all of these battles that easily, but let's keep going a few more hours and taking a look again. I know it sucks playing so slowly, but kind of have to at this point. I can get out them, only Totenkopf, not the other ones. I should have infantry there real soon, right? Some of that infantry or some of those guys were really close to getting there, I think. I thought at least. I have to say that some of my units are moving exceptionally slow, but it seems like I have ousted them from Brest-Litovsk. That allows me to move both units in there. Again, I need to take that hex, but that seems to be going okay. Having done that then, means it doesn't really matter if this place is empty. Let's move into Brest-Litovsk with you. This looks a bit better now, and I will get my motorized unit in there as well at this point. I'm attacking with 2 cavalry, which should be fine. If I attack with the armor as well, I can hopefully after then also just move them. Let's try to beat them quickly so I have more maneuverability in that area too. Because otherwise it might take up too much time. I might or might not try to beat them. I have to say that I don't want to say the situation is precarious here. Shit. Again, they don't want to stop. But I certainly... Here we are. Need to use the new ones. Now I cannot prevent these from moving at this point, at least not with those units because they're all too weak, or not, huh? Okay, well let's just keep attacking with them. If it means that I have more maneuverability with my other units, I do enjoy that, so I would rather indeed get that going. Kind of crazy. Yeah, I should be able to win that. So you should be retreating into Kaunas, and there's no way I can encircle these guys at this point. In fact, they might even be able to try and counterattack at that rate, but I personally have no ability of dealing with it too much. Since they're encircled, I might just as well attack with both of those if they're going to try and rush this. I'm not generally too happy about that. I do have to be careful. Though. Same here. I don't have that much firepower. Okay, and I also don't necessarily want to move with these in there, because if they're probably... If I'm using both of those to get in there, I can also already use these to move in here. That seems to me to be the case at the very least. Again, just tie them down. It doesn't matter if you're not gonna win that. They're gonna be out of supply too, and I mean that's the main goal here. With you two moving there, I can move you up in there. And I want to move these forward so I can move these tanks. I also want to actually stop with you going there to attack. That allows you to reorganize without too much trouble. And guess now you can stop. Also pretty close to getting in there in actuality, so... Let's keep moving units forwards. Now that I have 2 units in here, move you in there. And that will allow me to use the motorized afterwards. The thing is, I don't actually want to move into Vilno. I actually want to trap these still if I can, or at least some of them. Might be able to do that by attacking here. To start moving both of these up, and then once this attack is done, I can move you into Kaunas. Let's just see how it goes. I do dare say that I find all of these attacks to be quite risky, so don't try it at home. With both of, or with these guys moving in there at least, I actually think I should probably move both of them to Lutsk. Just in case, and they're already trying to retreat, which is disaster. How much fuel do you have? Still enough. It's good, 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 good. Need to keep up with all the repairs and try to get some railroad work in there, which is nigh impossible. Especially if you're gonna build civilian factories too, but seems like you guys take your sweet time. Yeah, they can drive around with a few tanks, but barely. Let's keep going here for a little bit. Things are looking okay. I have to say I'm actually quite... yeah, I have no clue whether they can still move in there. Kinda seems like they do. For God's sake, man, get more men in there. Let's cancel with you, but attack with you. Some of these guys are just so incredibly so. It's a real nightmare. Okay, let's try to clear those guys out as fast as possible. Don't like attacking from across the river. If you're not doing anything, you might as well support that attack. Apparently I need to break through these to try and encircle those 3 divisions. Or even come close to. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot I can do about it for the moment. With all 3 of those guys moving in here, let's move you up. As well. You could also speed up a bit, that would serve me just fine. Okay, we have quite a few units here. I'm actually inclined... also to try and get through past this area. And just try and keep having some unit attack them somewhere here. Again, I want to try to get some of the railroad to try and get some supplies in there, which is obviously no guarantee. The fact that they're already retreating is also a very bad sign there. Seems like I got a unit in Brest. That's nice. Variations on the Russian theme, eh? Honestly, don't really know. Like, they just outright retreated there, which is, I want to say, it's kind of insane. It means the Soviets at this point are very weak. So weak that even in the face of this one division they're retreating. Which is not actually good for me. Seeing what's going on here, which is a bit of an embarrassment. I don't really care that much necessarily about those. Kind of feel like, yeah. You know, trying to get the rail line though. How are things working out here? So obviously that's already too much, but I don't really care about that. 14 days. Again, let's tie them down. Use one more unit to move in there. I would say both of them, okay. You're almost there too, that would be great. Just need to hold out a bit longer. You can stop attacking them now. And I should be able to beat them there. So now these guys are also encircled. It's a sad thing both of those retreated too, because it means that they're not gonna get encircled for sure. Supplies are of course bad here. I wonder if I'll get supplies by sea. Soviets start bringing in submarines, I suppose. Which is also not necessarily a delight. JNF, huh? It's funny that they claim this is obsolete. Um... Trying to get in as many extra planes as possible at the moment. But I would say that quite a few of my forward airfields are full. Once they're there, the game will tell me that I have units that are not being used. I'm actually quite curious how the... Seems like close air support does not play any role in here. Alright, well... Well, fuck you. That's okay. Oh no, no, please just... Okay. I guess maybe they can support that attack, maybe. Once again, I actually do think I'm going to try and attack this. Because I do have these guys that are so close to moving in, like it has to be beneficial for me to try and get their attack in there. If my infantry is moving in here, apparently, which I personally find absurd. Here too. Okay, I can't even encircle these. They are so weak that they immediately die. I can try to do this, but it will not help me at all. The only thing that did help me at all is these guys being beaten. That means that you will push forward. And I can take this with them, so... I'll just see if I can get an infantry into Riga. Okay, so probably we'll get a bunch of attacks here again, because if my units cannot get into the hex, they will regain their organization, and this kind of thing will become one big mess. Since I cannot encircle them, we'll have to see and wait for an opportunity or something. Because currently there's just no opportunity to do this now. I guess too I should try to clear out the pockets, because otherwise things can take too long and I'm gonna keep being busy with them. Which in a sense would also be a nightmare. Apparently that's not going to be the case here. So if you're moving in there, I'll just leave it at that. Let's cross the river, because attacking from the wrong side of the river is no use either anyway. What I need though is I need you to tie them down here. Well, you continue to move. You're almost in there. You're almost in there too. Problem is there's these tanks, but you're almost in there too. That will give me hopefully a decent amount of units. I hope. Oh yeah, shit. I guess I have to re-attack here. You're almost in there, which is nice. Because every hex that I take from them now means they cannot use that to retreat, which is a nightmare in a sense. And with that cavalry attacking there too, that's okay. So these guys pushing them out. We should be trying to trap them. Glad they didn't move so much. There's a problem because there's a port here too, so I would have to be careful with that. Definitely. Yeah, let's try moving there. Even if I'm just getting one division there, I guess it's... Well, we'll see. I mean, I would hope to get them through some means. If I can keep them under wraps and move further, I guess I could try to do that too. Same here. It's if I can just get 1 or 2 units, I would already be fine with that. Actually, let's also move you ahead. I have plenty of forces here to deal with this. And I also think I should put in the 2 paratroopers for that. Ain't no reason why not at least one of these 2 should be moving. In fact, both of them should be moving in Koval, which is not a great position. I have... actually quite a mind now. To just attack a lot more heavily with these as well, because if they lose, I'm gonna retreat. That's gonna make things a whole lot longer once again. Which is just serious trouble as well. So I would like to beat them. They have to retreat there, and then hopefully by that time this is reinforced. But it would be anybody's guess by that stage. This is nice. I don't need to worry about that much. Let's just attack here. Basically with these guys I just need to push them into that corner, and from there we can work things out. I don't control this rail line yet, neither do I control this rail line, but I would have it pretty soon. So hopefully that can then fix itself up pretty quickly. These Russians also keep bombing because they, as usual, have air superiority. I guess over some of those areas. My planes have not landed yet, so they are currently bombing Hungary, Moldova, Warsaw, East Prussia, and like I said, I just maybe my production is better than theirs, and that helps. But I certainly I'm having some issues here. Now, if they go in and attack, then I can move the tanks, but currently I cannot do that yet. Both of those are moving. I guess you could attack there too. Now that I have infantry here, I want to attack with the infantry and move further with the tanks. Same actually applies here. I have no reason to keep those tanks here now that they cannot actually move from there anymore. And I'm also not sure. It seems like the tanks are attacking that, which is also again not necessary. That's fine. It really suits you to start reinforcing because it's starting to take a real long time there. I guess you can try and attack. Oof. Okay, at the same time they actually beat them from that hex, so I really need this to go well now. It's still these two that are attacking. I would assume that my units will now go and attack those. They're a bit slower than I would have liked, but I actually want you to try and attack. Apparently those two units are already retreating, which is absolute garbage. Once again, they retreat apparently with every fart. And then they get encircled and then suddenly they fight like lions here. Getting this railroad to Lvov should certainly help in its time. Would be nice of you to maybe speed up a little bit. Yeah, I kind of figured that is exactly what would happen. They have all their organization back. And I don't know who thought it was a great idea to do this, that you would just give them back all their organization even though they're encircled. It is very weird that they effectively never lose or never get any penalty from this, except that their attack is a bit, or at least that's what I wanted to say. Look at this. It's insane. They South attack base value 103. Higher than my units. Heavy infantry division, huh? Well, we'll see how that goes. I guess really the only way of dealing with the enemy is thoroughly surrounding and destroying those units constantly, because honestly I don't really see any other way to beat them here. And then here they are retreating so easily. It's very strange. Okay, well let's just pray he gets there. The rest of the attack is going fine. I cannot imagine these guys not doing well on that attack. Now both of these are in here or going there. So what I think is, if they move in there, then you can move further. You can stay there, and if they move in there, we'll see how that goes. They might get attacked, but then once they're beaten, they can continue on moving just straight ahead. Yeah, of course supplies are gonna be bad here. Okay, let's take a look. So these guys have beaten them. Which rather means that I want to push one unit in there at that point. With you retreating back, that should be going fine. Can I have no clue how they do their attack, but that ties them down, which is okay. All of these are supposedly retreating somehow. Let's get these two to also help out with this attack. And I want you to move and take that territory. Just stop attacking here, because that attack did not go well. And like I say, they will keep getting their supplies back just as long as we need to keep trying to push them back as well at that point. Which is rather unfortunate, but that is the way it is. They're indeed certainly not attacking, but I can already keep going forward. What movement do you have? 2.75. Why is that? Is it also because you have... Yes, Sturmpanzer for you. Right, so you're not a motorized unit. I might as well just try to get them to attack here into a position, because there's absolutely no use for them to try and do anything else once they've moved in there, basically. Let's see, attacking there has no use. They're already retreating at this stage. Let's try to support the attack from that side and get this infantry in here, which, I mean, that's not very great, obviously. Okay, I do think that by this point they should be able to get in there fast enough to prevent them from moving in there. So that's 4, 8, 10, a good 17 divisions there. Certainly I'll keep them there for a little bit as well. Alright. I know things are going very slowly, and once again it seems like not all that much has happened, but personally, again, like, I think playing it very slow is probably the best approach here, and you really want to, I guess, destroy as much of the Soviet armies at the start as possible, which I guess might be difficult, but hey. This is not a good attack. I'm not gonna lie, this does not look like you're going to achieve victory here against those guys. Very good. I guess that's the first victory point. A real victory point. I guess Kaunas is one too, but it's probably not. That's 20 points, wow. 15 points, 20 points. Really? 25, 3, 10, 20. Alright. Thanks for watching. Take care. See you next time. Bye-bye.